question number 2 on page 55. We'll read and discuss as usual. The things that we have to mark, we will quickly mark that. From the following trial balance of Messrs. Mitesh and Mangesh, you are required to prepare the trading profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 19 and a balance sheet as on that date. Trial balance is given. Debit balances, you're going to write all in the debit side, either of the trading account or profit and loss account, or in the balance sheet on the asset side. Whereas the credit balances, you will write in the credit of trading account, profit and loss account, or on the liability side of the balance sheet. So keep that in mind and tell me where these items are going to go. So very quickly, the ones that we already know, let's pick up speed there. Okay. Debit balances, the first one, stock as on 1st April 2018, that is the first day of the year, opening stock. Where will you write?
Trading account.
Then building,
Asset.
carriage,
Trading account.
Trading account.
yes, factory insurance.
Trading account.
The word
Trading.
factory means it is a direct expense relating to manufacturing. It has to go to trading account. Correct. Continue. Postage.
Profit and loss account.
Then bills receivable.
Assets.
Debtors.
Asset.
Assets.
Return inward. First, give me another word for return inward.
Sales return.
Sales return.
It is sales return. That's right. Not purchase return. Sales returns. And what will you do with return inward or sales returns?
Deduct on the credit
Minus.
side.
Yes, from sales you will deduct. So in the credit balances, tick mark sales, you know you have to write that amount in the inner column. Let's continue. Next is purchases, that is trading account. Where will you write audit fees?
Profit and loss account.
Profit and loss.
Profit and loss.
Then used tools
Asset.
are assets. Manufacturing expenses.
Trading account.
Yes, the word will give it to you. Manufacturing, trading, processing, all of that goes to trading account. Then electricity charges,
Profit and loss.
Profit and loss.
general expenses.
Trading account.
So general
Profit and loss.
profit and loss account. Export duty. Where will you write export duty?
Profit
Maybe
and
profit and loss.
Profit and loss only. See, import duty or custom duty, that is when the goods are coming in. That is necessary for manufacturing. That will go to trading account. Export duty is the goods are already ready and now you are exporting it, sending it to another country. That time manufacturing is already complete. So that will not go to trading account. It goes to profit and loss account. Yes. Continue. Cash in hand.
Asset.
Bank balance.
Asset.
Conveyance.
Profit and loss. account.
Profit and loss account. Understand the meaning of conveyance is traveling expenditure. Sometimes your employees have to travel maybe from one office to another, or for whatever purpose they have to go outside the office, and you provide them with transport facility. That conveyance or traveling expense is an indirect expenditure. So that's why profit and loss account, debit side. Okay, continue. Furniture.
Assets.
Then salaries,
Profit and loss.
rent rates and taxes,
Profit and loss.
profit and loss. And drawings of the two partners, you will deduct it from their respective capitals, except there is something different to be done in this question. So we will keep that drawings pending. What is to be done, we will see in a moment. Now let's take the credit balances and tell me where you're going to write all of these. Sundry creditors,
Liabilities.
liabilities. What about sales?
Trading account.
Trading.
Trading account. Capital of the two partners.
Liabilities.
Liabilities.
Side in the balance sheet, the first item. Yes. Outstanding salaries.
Liabilities.
Liabilities.
Outstanding means it is payable in the future. It is a liability. Bills payable.
Liability.
Liability. Return outward. Give me another name.
Purchase return.
Purchase return. What will you do?
Deduct from purchases.
So
Trading
tick
account.
mark purchases in the debit balances. Returns to be deducted from there. And the new item here now you see is current account of the two partners. This balance that you see will tell you that now you have to prepare your accounts as per the fixed capital method. The capitals that you see given to you, that cannot be changed. That will remain fixed in the balance sheet. We will directly write it in the outer column. But whatever other changes you have to do, now we will prepare a separate current account and make all changes there. So this is the new part. The trial balance is over. Now let us see on the next page what all adjustments are given to us. Okay. Point number 1. Mitesh and Mangesh are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:1. Okay. Profit sharing ratio. Later when we have net profit or net loss, we will divide it in this ratio 3:1. Point number 2. Partners are entitled to get commission at the rate of 1% each on gross profit. New adjustment. We have to give the partners commission based on whatever gross profit is earned. Then point number 3 that you very well know, closing stock is valued at 23,700. Point number 4 also, outstanding expenses, 2 of them, audit fees and carriage. Okay, so let's tick mark both of these expenses, audit fees and carriage in the trial balance. There is an adjustment there. Outstanding, not yet paid. Then next, point number 5, building is valued at 46,500. And point number 6, furniture is depreciated by 5%. Both of these assets, the value is changing. We will have to see what is to be done with that. Point number 6 clearly says it is depreciation, so value is going to reduce. But what about building? Let us have a look. They're saying it is to be valued at 46,500. What is the current value of building? Current value in the trial balance is 48,500. It is going to be reduced to 46,500, which means there is depreciation on building also. So let's tick mark both these assets for depreciation purpose. One is building, tick mark building, and the next one was furniture, tick mark furniture also. Depreciation, asset value will reduce. Then point number 7, provide interest on partners' capital at the rate of 2.5% per annum. Okay, partners are getting commission. Partners are also getting interest on capital. Both are incomes for the partners. We will record point number 7 separately. Then point number 8, goods of rupees 900 were taken by Mangesh for his personal use. Can you give me another word for when the owner takes away items for personal use?
Drawings.
Drawings. So again, there were already drawings in the trial balance. There is some more drawings. Goods have been taken by one of the partners for his personal use. We will record these drawings also. And last point number 9, write off 1,000 as bad debts and maintain RDD at 3% on sundry debtors. Both these adjustments are on debtors, tick mark debtors twice this time. Once for bad debts and second time for RDD. Okay, if I ask you a question, if you remember, give me the answer for that. When bad debts and RDD, both adjustments are there on debtors, which one will you do first?
Bad debts.
Yes, first is always bad debts, and then second you will do RDD. After deducting bad debts, whatever is the new balance, on that you will take RDD. Okay, that we will see when we come to that adjustment. Now, the next thing is to prepare our accounts. So first, certain details we will write. Firstly, for whom you are preparing, for Messrs. Mitesh and Mangesh. Write that on the profit and loss account. Trading and profit and loss account, they are right in the books of Messrs. Mitesh and Mangesh. Then write for which year you are preparing. Trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019. Also on the balance sheet, same thing, write down. Balance sheet as on 31st March 2019. Capitals, here you do not need to leave any lines. Let's write the capital of the two partners. First is Mitesh, and immediately next line, Mangesh. And the new account that we have prepared here, now let's fill in details there. Current account, which you have prepared for about 5 to 6 lines. There, write the names of both the partners, Mitesh and Mangesh, both on the debit as well as the credit side. Okay, now let's continue from the first item on the debit balance. That is stock on the first date, opening stock, come to trading account. You have written the words to opening stock, write down. Amount is 25,000. Okay, the things that we already know, that we will pick up speed now. Next item is building, that is an asset. Come to the balance sheet asset side, write down building in the inner column. Amount is 48,500. Then, next is carriage, that is in trading account, to carriage. But below purchases, remember, you have to leave one line for the returns. Then write to carriage. And carriage also has an adjustment. So you write in the inner column 1,780. Then next is factory insurance. Continue in the trading account to factory insurance. $2,700. Next, postage, that will be in profit and loss account. To postage, 1,600. Next, bills receivable. That is an asset. Balance sheet asset side, right now, bills receivable. $13,700. Continue there. Sundry debtors. Write down debtors in the inner column. 52,200. And if there are two adjustments, you leave 3 lines there. Once you deduct bad debts, total has to be again taken in the inner column and then the second adjustment. So that's why one extra line will be needed there. Then next, return inward, which is sales return. Trading account, from sales, write down minus returns. Inner column 1,600. Then purchases on the debit side, inner column write down 68,900. Next is audit fees, that is in profit and loss account. Below postage, write down 2 audit fees. Inner column, there is an adjustment 1,800. Then next is loose tools. That is an asset. Back to balance sheet asset side, write down loose tools. 32,000. Next, manufacturing expenses. That is trading account on the debit side. Write down 2 manufacturing expenses. $1,820. Next, electricity charges. Profit and loss account. To electricity charges 2,600. Next, continue to general expenses. $3,400. Same place, export duty also. To export duty. $1,000. Next, cash in hand and bank balance. The next 2 items both are assets. Back to the balance sheet asset side. Write down first cash in hand. 75,000. Below that, bank balance. $29,000. Next, conveyance. That is an expenditure which will go to profit and loss account. Debit side, write down to conveyance. $4,100. Then next is furniture, asset side. It has an adjustment, so write in the inner column. Furniture amount is 64,000. Then next is salaries. Back to profit and loss account. Right, to salaries. Amount is 2,000. Then same place, write down to rent, rates and taxes, the next item. $3,700. Okay, drawings. what we would do earlier is deduct it from capital. But now capital cannot be changed. So you cannot make any changes on the liability side to the figures that are going to come there, capitals. Okay. And we have not left any line also. So adjustment cannot be done there. But for all other adjustments which you are going to do for capital, in this question, we have opened a separate current account. So you are going to come to the current account and record drawings here. Now, which side to record? Remember, you have still on the debit side of the trial balance. So when you pick up an item, you have to write in the debit only. So pick up drawings, write on the debit side of current account as 2 drawings. In Mitesh's column, write down amount is 1,200. And for Mangesh, 2,200. Okay. Now debit balances are over. Let's move to the credit balances. The first item there is sundry creditors. That is a liability. In the balance sheet on the liability side, below capitals, now you don't need to leave a line. Directly write down their creditors. Amount is 38,000. Then next is sales, that is on the credit side of trading account. We have written the word buy sales, write down the amount 1,75,000. From this, deduct the returns and tell me the net sales in the outer column.
1,73,400.
1,73,400. Then continue. Next is capitals. So in the balance sheet on the liability side, we have written the word capitals with the names of the 2 partners. Now write down the amounts. For Mitesh, it is 1,50,000. And for Mangesh, 50,000. If you add up in the outer column, their total capital is 2 lakhs. So we have already taken the capital to the outer column, fixed. You cannot change these capitals. Continue. The next item is outstanding salaries below creditors. That is also a liability. So outstanding salaries. Amount is 2,000. Bills payable, also a liability. Same place, continue. Bills payable. Amount is 18,000. Then you have return outward. That is purchase return. From purchases, you deduct, write down less returns. Amount is 1,800. So deduct and tell me net purchases.
67,100.
That's correct. 67,100. Good. And now the last item there are current account balances. That will go to current account which we have prepared here. And remember, you have picked up a credit balance. So in the account also you will write on the credit side. You are in current account. You are writing the balance for the first time. Write down by balance brought down. By balance brought down. In Mitesh's column, 3,000. And for Mangesh, 2,000. Okay, done. Trial balance is complete now. We move on to the adjustments there. Point number 1 talks about the profit sharing ratio but that is later when we calculate net profit. So we don't require that now. Leave point number 1. Point number 2, partners are entitled to get commission at 1% each on gross profit. But right now we have not closed our accounts and found out gross profit yet. So you cannot do even this adjustment. That will happen only when you calculate gross profit. So leave point number 2 also pending for now. But point number 3, that is the regular adjustment which we have been doing in every question. Let's finish that off. And that is regarding closing stock. In trading account, one effect is going to be on the credit side, just opposite of opening stock, which was on the debit. The last item, leave a few lines and then write by closing stock. Amount is 23,700. Second effect, closing stock is your asset. Come to the balance sheet asset side, write down closing stock. That is 23,700. All adjustments that we are doing now will have 2 effects. So closing stock, done. Next, point number 4 is outstanding expense, also a regular adjustment. Outstanding means you have not yet paid those expenses, which means they are recorded less. For this year, you have not completely recorded those expenses. Now let's record. So outstanding is always to be added to those particular expenses. The first one, they are talking about audit fees, which is in profit and loss account, right there, plus outstanding. That is 400. When you add up, you take that to the outer column. Total audit fees will become 2,200. And one more is there, that is carriage, which is in trading account. So come to the trading account and write below carriage plus outstanding. Amount is 600. Add up and tell me total carriage in the outer column.
2,380.
That's right, 2,380. This is just one effect. And second effect of outstanding is a liability, any expense not yet paid, to be paid in the future. Money will go out in the future. That item is a liability. Write down both of them, we will write together. So write down outstanding expenses. One below the other. One is audit fees. Inner column, write down 400. And below that, carriage. This also was outstanding, 600. Total in the outer column is 1,000. Okay, that was point number 4. Now the next one, point number 5, building is valued at 46,500. Have a look at building. The current value is 48,500. They are saying the new value that is supposed to be written is 46,500. Whatever is the new value, that is always in the outer column. It should be 46,500. So I have written the amount in the outer column as 46,500. But now compare and check what happened. Building, which was 48,500, is reduced and now it is 46,500. Why is the asset value reducing? What is your answer?
Depreciation.
Because of depreciation. Fall in the value of asset is depreciation. So below building, write down minus depreciation. And that is 2,000. If you compare 48,500, when you reduce 2,000, becomes 46,500. And there is one more asset which is being depreciated given in point number 6. That is furniture. So come to furniture and same thing. write down minus depreciation, but this time we will have to calculate what is that amount, because they say depreciate by 5%. So take 64,000 into 5%. Anybody?
3,200.
3,200.
That is correct. 3,200 is depreciation. So deduct and find out the new value of furniture.
60,800.
60,800. Furniture also value has reduced. It has become now 60,800. Both these depreciations, they are a loss for the business. Asset value is falling, reducing. Let's record that loss. The second effect in profit and loss account on the debit side. There are two assets, so you'll write in the inner column first, write down to depreciation. The first asset, write down building. That was 2,000. Below that, furniture, 3,200. And you add up and find out total depreciation. That comes to 5,200. 5,200. And now the two effects are complete. Point number 5 and 6, both relating to depreciation on the two assets. Now, let's move on to the next point, number 7. Provide interest on partners' capital at 2.5% per annum. Interest on capital, you first understand the two effects. Calculation we will do later. Remember, partners have given money to the business in the form of capital. So the business has to pay interest every year to the partners. Just like when you take a loan from the bank, you have to pay interest to the bank every year. Same way, even the partners, since they have given money to the business in the form of capital, they get interest on that capital as well. What are the two effects? Now, for the partner, it becomes an income. The business is going to pay them some money as interest. It becomes an income for them. That is one effect. But for the business, it is an expenditure. Money is going to go out to the partners. That is an expenditure for the business. So let's record the two effects. Since it is an expenditure for the business, all expenses are recorded on the debit side of profit and loss account. We are on the debit side of profit and loss account. The name of the expenditure is interest on capital. Write down to interest on capital. And both the partners are to be paid 2.5% of their capital. First is Mitesh and then is Mangesh. So let's calculate now for each of the partners. Mitesh, you need to tell me what is Mitesh's capital in the balance sheet. Have a look and tell me.
1,50,000.
1,50,000 is Mitesh's capital, and you have to pay interest at the rate of 2.5%. So multiply 2.5 divided by 100 and find out for Mitesh what is the interest amount.
4,050.
4,050. 4050. Write for Mitesh in the inner column. 4,050. Same thing for the next partner, Mangesh. What is Mangesh's capital?
50,000.
50,000. So take 50,000 and multiply by 2.5%.
1,250.
1,250 for Mangesh. Please check, is everybody getting the same interest? 4050 and 1,250. Add up and find out total interest in the outer column.
5,300.
5,300. That's correct. Yes. Is everybody getting the same answer? Please check.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is only one effect. Second effect I told you is for the partners, this becomes an income. So where will you record that? Remember,
Current account.
yes, you have a current account. And which side will you write of current account? Can you guess which side?
Credit side.
Credit side. Now there are multiple reasons for this. One is, okay, you have recorded already the debit effect, and every transaction has to have two effects. So the second has to be somewhere on the credit. So you are going to come and write on the credit side. The other explanation is that it is an income, and as per the nominal account rule, credit all incomes. So here you are going to write the second effect by interest on capital. Right, we have already calculated for Mitesh, that is 4,050, and for Mangesh 1,250. Let's make that change. Interest on capital for Mitesh is not 4,050. Both places you make that change. 3,750 is the correct interest. So in the outer column that becomes 5,000. Calculation, if you want to see, Mitesh's capital was 1,50,000 and interest rate is 2.5%. Also, the second part of it, the second effect in current account, change that, make it 3,750. Okay. Now both effects are recorded. Interest on capital, that adjustment is complete. Next, let's move on to point number 8. See what is given in point number 8. Goods of rupees 900 were taken by Mangesh for his personal use. This is drawings. Once we have already recorded. Second time again, drawings are there, but this time drawings are of goods. The moment you see the word goods, you know that it has to affect trading account. Okay, because all information relating to goods, whenever they come in or whenever they go out, is recorded in trading account. Now, goods are taken by one of the partners for their personal use. Goods are going out. Which side of trading account will you write?
Credit.
On the credit side. That is correct. Credit what goes out, goods are going out. So come to the credit side and write down by goods withdrawn. By goods withdrawn by Mangesh. By goods withdrawn by Mangesh, and amount of goods taken away is 900. This is one effect. This is one effect. Goods withdrawn by Mangesh, 900 on the credit side. You know that second effect, there has to be a debit effect to this. And the moment it is relating to partners, which means now it has to affect the current account as well. So you will go to current account for the second effect. Already once you have written drawings, same place again will be the second effect. Credit is done. The second debit effect, now you will write here two drawings. And just to differentiate, you can write in the bracket goods. Drawings can be of two types. You can take away cash from the business, that is drawings in cash, or you can take away goods which are produced, that is also drawings. And only one partner, Mangesh, so in the second column, write down 900. And two effects, both debit and credit, are complete. Okay, important. Point number 8. Goods withdrawn by one of the partners. Okay. Point number 9. This is relating to debtors, both the adjustment. One is bad debts and one is RDD. So let's go to debtors in the balance sheet. Now, one by one. First is always the adjustment of bad debts. And they're saying write off. Write off means reduce or deduct 1,000 from sundry debtors. So below debtors, write on minus bad debts. Customers are definitely not going to pay you. It is your loss. Reduce the value of your debtors. Amount is 1,000. And when you deduct, keep the total in the inner column itself. So 52,200 minus 1,000. Amount in the inner column is 51,200. This is one effect. Second effect, bad debts are loss for the business. Second effect will be in profit and loss account on the debit side. Write down 2 bad debts. Amount of bad debts 1,000. And now we can provide RDD, the second adjustment on debtors, and that we will have to calculate. They say maintain RDD at 3% on sundry debtors. So now RDD also has to be deducted. One is actual loss, that is bad debts. RDD is the possible loss that may happen in future. Make adjustment now itself. So deduct, write down less RDD at the rate of 3%. And now when you calculate 3%, it will be on the new balance, that is 51,200. So take 51,200 into 3% and correctly tell me what is the amount of RDD.
1,536.
1,536. Is that right, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then deduct and tell me in the outer column what is debtors.
49,664.
664. 49,664. Okay. Second effect of RDD, this also, since it is a possible loss which may happen in the future, take that to profit and loss account again on the debit side. Just like you wrote bad debts, below that write 2 RDD. 1,536. Okay. All adjustments are done except one pending adjustment left on top, and that is point number 2, relating to commission, which the partners have to get, but that is on gross profit. So now it is time to calculate gross profit first. For that, we will have to close our trading account. Okay. So process is the same. Take the total of the credit side, take the total of the debit side, and you will know what is gross profit. So first, credit side total. Has anybody taken?
Yes, sir. 1,98,000.
1,98,000. That is definitely going to be the greater side. So write it on both sides. 1,98,000. Same total on the debit, 1,98,000. To find out gross profit, first add up and tell me what is the debit side total.
99,000.
Debit side total is 99,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So debit side is less. You need to put an amount on the debit side, and that is our balancing figure of gross profit. Then both sides will become equal. So write down 2 gross profit carried down, and to find out that amount now, deduct from credit, deduct the debit side total. And what is the gross profit?
99,000.
Gross profit is 99,000. That's correct. So write in the amount column 99,000. 2 gross profit carried down. Carried down where? Carried down to the next account, that is profit and loss account. You have already written the word by gross profit. There you write down by gross profit brought down from the trading account 99,000. Okay, now that we have gross profit, we can calculate commission for both the partners. Point number 2, if you read carefully, it says partners are entitled to get commission at the rate of 1% each of the gross profit. Again, this is exactly like interest on capital. For the business, giving commission to the partners, it is an expenditure. One effect will be on debit side of profit and loss account. And it is an income for the partners. Second effect, we will go to current account and write. So one at a time. The way you have written interest on capital, same way write down the next two, commission. And below that write down first for Mitesh, next for Mangesh. Time to calculate. It says 1% on gross profit. Gross profit is 99,000. Calculate 1% of that, 1 upon 100.
990.
990 each is what is said. So for both partners, it is going to be 990. Add up and tell me total commission for both.
1980.
1,980. This is the total commission. 1% for Mitesh, 1% for Mangesh. Total 1,980. This was an expenditure for the business, giving commission, paying commission, expenditure. But the partners have received this commission. For them, it is an income. Second effect now we will do in current account. The debit part is over. Now come to current account on the credit side. Write down by commission. In Mitesh's column 990, same for Mangesh, 990. Okay. Two effects are done and all adjustments have been completed. Now, trading account is already closed. We need to close our profit and loss account next. So do the same thing, find out what is the credit side total and what is the debit side total. If you have a look, credit side has only one item, that is gross profit. So credit side total we already know, that is 99,000. Carefully add up and find out what is the debit side total.
So the debit side total is 35,316.
316.
16. Yes.
Okay. So clearly credit side is greater. After about 2-3 lines, you draw the total. And write down credit side total 99,000. Same on the debit side 99,000. There is net profit here. So write down to net profit. And we need to find out net profit, which is to be distributed to both the partners Mitesh and Mangesh. And profit sharing ratio is given to you in point number 1 in the adjustment. It is 3:1 of the total net profit. So first, what you need to do is find out the total net profit. Deduct from credit minus the debit side total and tell me net profit.
60,684.
63,684. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Please check everyone. Do your own calculation and find out net profit. Is it coming to 63,684? This net profit has to be distributed for Mitesh and for Mangesh in the ratio of 3:1. Which means take the total net profit and divide by 3 plus 1. That is, you have to divide by 4 and tell me what do you get.
1 for 91.
15,921.
921.
Yes, sir.
15,921. Now what you will do is take that amount 15,921, multiply by 3 and multiply by 1 to get their respective amount. So multiply by 3.
47,763.
763 and multiply by 1, it will be the same, 15,921. That's how when you add up, you will get the total net profit. So write down 47,763 for Mitesh and 15,921 for Mangesh. Add up and outer column is your total net profit, which we found out 63,684. Okay, now one effect is here. What we did earlier was net profit has to be added to capital because it increases the owner's wealth, capital increases. But this is fixed capital method. We are not changing capital, which means we need to change the current account balances. So from the debit, now the balance is going to move to the credit side. Okay, and other way of looking at it is net profit is an income for the partners. You will record it on the credit side of current account. The same amounts of net profit, you come to current account and write down credit side by net profit. We have found out individually for Mitesh, it is 47,763. And for Mangesh, 15,921. Trading account is closed. Profit and loss account, just now we finished and found out net profit, that is closed. Now current account is to be closed next. And procedure is the same. Credit side total, debit side total is what you have to take. And here clearly the credit side is greater. Add up and first find out credit side. We will do one partner at a time. Okay, so take only Mitesh's column and find out credit side total.
Uh, 54,603.
Check again for Mitesh.
Sir, it is wrong. It is wrong.
Yeah,
Just a minute.
Yeah.
$55,503.
55,503.
Okay, for Mitesh, credit side total, you said 55,503. The same should be the total on the debit side, 55,503. Debit side is less. There's only a figure of 1,200. You are going to write the balance there as to balance carried down. Opening balance when you had, you are written on the credit side by balance brought down. Now on the debit side, the closing balance to balance carried down, and deduct 1,200 from there and tell me how much is the balance in Mitesh's column. Same thing you're doing, credit total minus debit total. How much?
$54,303.
Yes, sir.
54,303. Do the same thing for Mangesh. Find out credit side total first.
20,161.
Yes, sir.
20,161. should be the total also on the debit side. Write down 20,161. To find out that balance, you take this credit side total minus, what is the debit side total?
3100.
3,100. There are two figures there, 2,200 and 900. Total is 3,100. Deduct and find out.
17,061.
17,061. That is the balance. For Mangesh, the closing current account balance 17,061. Okay. Now, where will you write this balance? Balances also have two effects. They're constantly moving from one account to the other. Okay. If you have a look, pay attention on the screen for 1 minute. What you did in trading account with gross profit. From the debit, balance of gross profit has gone to the other side, credit. Same thing even in profit and loss account. When you found out net profit, it was on the debit side. It moved to the credit side when you wrote it in current account. On the credit side, you wrote net profit. So again, it moved from one side to the other side. Now that you have the balance carried down, it is on the debit. So which side it should move to? It should move to the opposite side, that is the credit side. And now there is only one account or one statement which has to be closed, and that is the balance sheet. So from the debit, you are going to move to the credit in the balance sheet, which is the credit side.
Liability.
Liabilities have credit balances. Okay. We do not write debit and credit, but for our understanding, I've always told you liability side is the credit side and asset side is the debit side. You are moving from debit in current account in the balance sheet on the credit, which is the liability side. You write down current account. Just like how it was given to you in the trial balance, same way now you're writing in the balance sheet, current account of the two partners, Mitesh and Mangesh. Whatever was their balance, you write down one below the other. For Mitesh, it was 54,303. And for Mangesh, it was 17,061. When you add up, you will know what is the total of the current account in the outer column.
71,364.
Yes, sir.
1,364.
Yes.
And that's it. All accounts closed. Now the only job is to add up and check whether the balance sheet tallies. So take the total of the liability side, asset side, and see whether you get the same total.
Sir, I'm getting 3,30,364.
Both sides?
So I've calculated the liability side.
Okay, I will write first the liability side, 3,30,364. Also check whether the same is the total on the asset side.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 3,30,364, which means balance sheet has tallied and our question is complete.